Hi, I'm Pastor Steve Dale. I'm the pastor of the New Hope United Methodist Church, serving the Northern Berkshires, located in North Adams, Massachusetts. You can find us online at new-hopeumc.org, on Facebook and on YouTube. And this is the first reading. Our reading comes from the Gospel of Mark, and it's a reading that we've heard many times, surrounding a story that we hear over and over again. In this case, Jesus has just finished teaching at the synagogue and returns or goes to the home of Simon and Andrew. Simon, of course, who would later be known as Peter the Rock. And it begins with Mark chapter 1, verse 29, and goes through verse 34. And here it is in the New Revised Standard Version of the Bible. As soon as they left the synagogue, they entered the house of Simon and Andrew with James and John. Now Simon's mother-in-law was in bed with a fever, and they told him about her at once. He came and took her by the hand and lifted her up. Then the fever left her, and she began to serve them. That evening, at sundown, they brought to him all who were sick or possessed with demons, and the whole city was gathered around the door. And he cured many who were sick with various diseases and cast out many demons. And he would not permit the demons to speak, because they knew him. May God add a blessing to the reading, hearing, and understanding of Scripture. This is an interesting passage because it happens right after Jesus calls his disciples and then goes to the synagogue and preaches. Now, through a lot of times we hear of Jesus calling his disciples to him, and you have this mental picture of them just sort of recognizing Jesus for who he was and leaving everything and going about this incredible ministry, this divine call. But I want to suggest that that's maybe not the way Mark wants us to think about this. Mark doesn't want us to think about some sort of divine revelation happening in the call of Christ to his disciples. Rather, Mark is showing us something very, very different. And it actually begins a few verses before the scripture for this weekend, in the section that the NRSV calls Jesus Calls the First Disciples. And it just says, as Jesus passed along the Sea of Galilee, he saw Simon and his brother Andrew casting a net into the sea, for they were fishermen. And Jesus said to them, "Follow me, and I will make you fish for people." And immediately they left their nets and followed him. And what I'm going to suggest, and I think what we're going to talk about this weekend, is that this story is incredible and a little troubling if it happens, say, on a Monday morning. Because Simon, Peter's mother-in-law, is ill. But if it happens on a Friday afternoon, the story goes from being miraculous and, a little troubling to being incredible for us as well as for the disciples. I hope that you'll join us at 10 o'clock on Sunday morning on YouTube and Facebook Live, or you can go to https://new-hopeumc.org and join us that way. I hope you'll join us as we explore what it meant when Jesus called his disciples.